about games that only come out once you've entirely forgotten about them.
Too long development cycles.
Too big teams. Too big games.
Well, we have a solution for that.
Hello, we are Small Dreamers.
We've been toying with the idea of making games together for a long time, and the time seems right.
The goal of Small Dreamers is to make bite-sized games, short experiments, each made within a 10 to 12 week timeframe.
We plan on documenting our progress with weekly live streams, short, quick video updates, and regular devlogs. And all our games will be available for free on itch.io.
We have a ton of ideas we want to try out, and the list keeps growing.
We want to remain independent and use as many open source tools as possible.
We'll try to stay on schedule while taking care of our health. The goal is to avoid the crunch that's so prevalent in the games industry.
We wouldn't be able to do this without your direct support. So, if this sounds interesting to you, consider joining the Patreon.
Are you tired of huge games with too many things in it? Tired of hearing about games that only come out once you've entirely forgotten about them?
Too long development cycles.
Too big teams. Too big games.
Well, we have a solution for that.
Hello, we are Small Dreamers.
We've been toying with the idea of making games together for a long time, and the time seems right.
The goal of Small Dreamers is to make bite-sized games, short experiments, each made within a 10 to 12 week timeframe.
We plan on documenting our progress with weekly live streams, short, quick video updates, and regular devlogs. And all our games will be available for free on itch.io.
We have a ton of ideas we want to try out, and the list keeps growing.
We want to remain independent and use as many open source tools as possible.
We'll try to stay on schedule while taking care of our health. The goal is to avoid the crunch that's so prevalent in the games industry.
We wouldn't be able to do this without your direct support. So, if this sounds interesting to you, consider joining the Patreon.
Are you tired of huge games with too many things in it? Tired of hearing about games that only come out once you've entirely forgotten about them?
Too long development cycles.
Too big teams. Too big games.
Well, we have a solution for that.
Hello, we are Small Dreamers.
We've been toying with the idea of making games together for a long time, and the time seems right.
The goal of Small Dreamers is to make bite-sized games, short experiments, each made within a 10 to 12 week timeframe.
We plan on documenting our progress with weekly live streams, short, quick video updates, and regular devlogs. And all our games will be available for free on itch.io.
We have a ton of ideas we want to try out, and the list keeps growing.
We want to remain independent and use as many open source tools as possible.
We'll try to stay on schedule while taking care of our health. The goal is to avoid the crunch that's so prevalent in the games industry.
We wouldn't be able to do this without your direct support. So, if this sounds interesting to you, consider joining the Patreon.
Are you tired of huge games with too many things in it? Tired of hearing games that only come out once you've entirely forgotten about them.
Too long development cycles.
Two big teams.
Two big teams.
Too big.
Games. We're here. Hello.
We're here. Hi. Hello.
Welcome.
Welcome.
We are small dreamers.
We are small dreamers. Yep. It's the Kojip meeting.
Yes.
Welcome.
Weekly meeting of the Kojip, the SD.
Yep. Ooh, it's Wednesday. Wednesday is weekly stream. It's week 3. Hi.
Hi. It is inserted in your brain and in ours as well.
What do you think we're feeling being the ones who made the whole thing and had to edit it? Yeah.
I keep singing that song at random times during the day.
Same.
Like, da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
It's a good song though.
We should
Ooh.
we should find something else to put at that point, but we'll
Yeah.
see.
Yeah, we were just discussing that. Right
Yeah,
before
we've
the
made some
stream.
other songs at times a bunch of years ago now.
Bunch of years ago.
6 years ago.
6 years. Damn
2017.
It was 2017. Damn it. Damn it.
So yeah, it's
Time
been a
passes.
while.
Yeah, time flies.
And yeah, but those songs are a little dark.
They're not the happiest of songs. Let's say it
No.
like that.
But we'll figure something out at some point.
We took the person who only makes sad music
Mm.
and we added sad poetry over it. So honestly, great.
Oh yeah, we could put the Rapset, but that's in
Eee,
French, and that
that's
will
in French.
probably put.
That would be funny.
It will be funny.
It's
We'll
an
do it at
intro,
some
it
point.
would attract attention.
We'll create a
so-
playlist with some various videos and just have them play randomly.
Yeah. Oh, that would be fun. Yeah.
Yeah, we should make that
We should do that.
later.
Yeah.
It's a project for us for the future.
Absolutely. I know.
What did we do this week?
Right. Well, we discussed changing the video intro.
We
for the stream,
discussed changing the
first of
video
all.
for today. That's what we just did.
What's he just?
But
did.
I did some animations this week. That was
Ooh.
fun.
We have things that move now.
Yeah, and it's working sort of almost
Yay.
perfectly. It's working well enough
is.
for now.
It is working very well. Stop it. The illusion is perfect.
Yes,
The
we have
behaviors.
animations. I cleaned up a bunch of the code, which was fun. Ish. At least there were bugs, and there are less bugs now. There's probably some I haven't seen, but they are invisible for now.
That's
So
fine.
that's good.
If I don't see it, they don't exist.
Exactly. What did you do this week? We'll go in more detail later.
Trees.
Trees.
So many trees. So many
Yay.
trees. I streamed some of those trees.
Yeah, I know. I
So-
saw some of it.
So trees. Trees.
Many trees.
I only see nature. I
They're
didn't
so
touch
pretty.
grass, but I made trees.
Yay! What was animated? The only thing that's animated in the entire game, that's the paddle for the boat.
Paddle for the boat. Well, anything relating to the boat,
Yep.
basically.
I animated
Has
the
to
boat,
move.
basically.
The boat.
I should
The
I
canoe.
forgot to look up the folder where the stuff's hidden.
Happy mistakes, like you say.
Yay. List. Should I start by just starting up the game and showing the animations directly? We have videos prepared and stuff, but I could just boot up the game.
I mean, that could work.
Let's
we don't
do that.
exactly have a impressive scene to show. It's still
No,
the
but-
same test scene thingy, but we do have things.
Let's go to the stream screen. Let's go over
Yay.
here. And let's use my fancy options menu to go to full screen.
Ooh,
Yeah, it works.
Ooh. True. It didn't work last week, so
I'm playing with the controller now. Everything seems to be working fine. I don't know why it's laggy, but that's fine. And we have animations.
look at it. There's a paddle and it
Yay. Oh,
moves.
bonk.
Bonk. We need to.
It will be
think
fine.
What to do?
Up over here. We go right-ish. There's some bugs here and there, but the paddle doesn't clip in the boat too much.
That's fine. Honestly.
You can move forward, and it works.
Eee.
and you can brake, and then you can rotate,
And then look, it does the little smally move. I love
and
this
you
one.
turn this one, and you rotate, and then you move forward again.
It's so
And with the speed, we have the little cones on the front that will be modified because they're ugly for now.
nice. It's 3D placeholder thing. We're gonna put a nice little water effect there
Yeah.
on the little blobs that
Right
show
now,
up
it's
right
just it's a cone that grows the faster you go.
Yeah.
But if you put an animation over it that rotates slowly, you get a pretty thing. Why did I stop so suddenly? I don't know. Doesn't matter. Oh, there's an invisible wall here. Doesn't
here.
matter.
I think you're over the
Oh, on a seam maybe.
seam line.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That will be fixed.
It's either that or you're in between tiles of water that aren't perfectly aligned.
Can I turn the canoe if I want to change the way? What? Turn in this.
No, you cannot. You cannot turn inside the canoe.
Oh, I can look around
You
like
can
this.
look around, but you have a bag and stuff, so it's not comfortable. You have to turn the whole canoe with you.
Yeah.
There is a forward and there is a backward.
Yeah, we might block you from turning 360 degrees.
Yeah, so I think at
Because
least
you can do this right now.
vertically we should.
Vertical, that's done.
Yeah.
That's in. You cannot go past
cool.
70
Okay,
degrees.
yeah, we could do that then.
We'll see.
We'll
Later.
see.
Hey,
That's
Adeline.
fine. Hey, Adeline.
Look at us. We have a boat and it's working.
And it's working and things are moving. See,
Yay.
the paddle is it's a placeholder. It's not a paddle, the final paddle.
Yep.
But it's there.
And when you let go of the buttons, it goes to a resting position that's either on the right side or on the left side or on the right side. And then it puts it down. Basically, you put the pedal down. And I try to imagine that you're left-handed, so you're doing this, and then you're doing this.
Okay.
Without changing your hand side. That's why the pedal is more vertical on the right side,
Oh, the side
like
works.
this. But I don't know if it makes sense visually, so I might change that later. We'll see.
It seems to work well, honestly. So
Yeah.
far, it's very understandable.
Mm.
You put the thing down, you didn't put the thing down, it's fine.
And you can switch seamlessly from mouse and keyboard to controller. You can even play however you want. You can do this and look around with the mouse if you want to. Everything works fine.
Mm.
I'm quite proud of that control system, that it works seamlessly with both controller and
Yeah. No,
keyboard.
it's a very nice comfort thing.
That's really nice. I like that.
Yay! Very cool.
It was a bit of coding to do, but it works. Hey, Wen, how's things?
Hey, Win. Oh yeah, so that we have things that move, and that
We have things that
pleases
move.
me so much.
It's pretty.
Like it no, but also it just makes we had everything already moving technically,
Mm.
but it just makes it look it makes it feel like the
yeah,
thing.
it feels like a game now.
Yeah, and also the controls are much more understandable
Mm.
when you have these animations working as they are like right now.
Yeah.
It makes a whole world of difference. I really
I've surprised myself by just going for a ride on the lake already.
yeah.
Just like, okay, just test this, and then after a while, I'm like, oh wait, I'm just rowing around now. So that's a good
works.
point, I think.
Yeah, no, that was what I had in mind, but I have to admit, like it's a real pleasure to see it working and to
Yeah.
see the animations really bring it
Mm.
together and making it perfectly clear what's happening. It's really, really cool.
That was important.
Yeah.
It was part of the entire thing. If that doesn't work, then what? Then the game sort of
Yeah.
almost falls apart.
If the game feel wasn't right, we would have had trouble. But I was fairly confident in what we could do, and it's nice
Yeah.
to have it confirmed for sure.
I knew we would be getting there.
Yeah, no.
It took a bit, but it works now.
It took 3 weeks.
It took 3 weeks basically.
Honestly,
we have
not bad.
we have this entire animation tree. I made a bunch of stuff, and you can
Alright.
switch from the animation here. And it's basically a position on a graph, and in the code you say, well, when you pedal, you go this. You put the crosshairs here, and if you pedal on the other side, it goes here. And it transitions through all the different states seamlessly. And you can set up the speed in the code. Don't look at the small clippings that happens here and there. Those aren't accessible when you're playing, so that's fine.
Absolutely.
And there's an idle position down here. Up to put the thing down.
I really like the idle.
Yeah.
That's how you do it basically
Yeah.
when you're in a kayak or in
It's
a
just
canoe.
idle, and then you press
Just-
any button, and you go either here, you go to the braking thing, braking or turning slowly on yourself and stuff like that. And it works really well. I'm really proud of how it looks,
Yeah, same.
even though it's just a floating paddle in the middle of nothing. It works. It feels almost tactile, and I like that.
True.
And it took a bit of code.
A bit. That's
It-
fine, honestly.
No, it's fine. It's not
it's a
even too
normal
hard.
amount of code.
Yeah. It's probably not the cleanest code ever, but it works. That's all that counts for now.
Not all code has to be clean. as
No.
long as it's workable, you understand it, and it's clean enough that it's clear to read. Also, for now, you're the only one coding, so nobody has to go behind you.
Exactly.
So as long as you get back into it and you comment your code way more than many coders I know. So
It's also for me because I need to know what I'm doing.
true, but
And also,
It's a good
we are going
habit.
to share those.
yes, but
So
that's why it's a very good habit
Mm.
to have, and you already have it. So honestly,
see, Stream Elements just said it. Like what you see supporters on Patreon. If you support us on Patreon, you will be able to read that code and toy
And
around with it once
use
the game
it.
is out.
and modify it.
And yeah, and play around with it, make it yourself.
Ad read.
Ad read, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, no, it's
And I even put a bunch of variables for you to toy around with
yeah.
because I know you like those.
Yeah, I do.
So you'll.
Oh, you isolated them. Yeah, no, I know.
I
I've
isolated
already
them
played
by
with them.
times and by categories and stuff.
Yeah, I already played with a few of those.
Yeah, I noticed because when I replaced the boat at some point, and all the variables were gone. So I had to revert back, write everything down, and re-put them down.
Screen it, copy it.
Exactly. But it's working now again,
Yeah, no,
and
it
it
is.
wasn't final anyway. So it's fine.
I would have found them again, but
Yeah.
it's just like the break force and stuff.
Mhm.
Probably gonna still tweak them a bit, but
Yeah.
I'm fairly satisfied with what we have.
It's working
right
so far. I think the turning is not good enough right
Yeah,
now.
It doesn't
it
feel
will-
it doesn't feel quite there yet, turning
It
wise.
will get there.
But yeah, it will get there. And also, it's a tough balance between you if you want to go forward
Mhm.
and you
Yeah,
don't want to be
do that.
constantly zigzagging, but at the same time you do need to turn. So we could make a more complex control system, but
For a 10-week game, I think we're
exactly.
fine.
I think it's a good exercise to find that balance.
Mhm.
And sure, it could be better. It could be more complicated or more polished. You could have depending on how long you push that button,
Yeah.
it would add turning or forward.
I think
we
it
could
already
have a
does
thing.
that sort of, but we'll figure it
Yeah,
out.
but it's a thought of thing, and it stops,
Mm.
so it doesn't. And it's mostly forward, so it doesn't really have that.
No, we'll figure something
The
out.
braking does help a lot, though.
Yeah. The braking and turning works pretty
Yeah,
well.
It helps a lot.
I don't like it when it's here. Let's put the thing back down.
True. Yeah. No, that was fine. Good code. Yeah, a canoe is not easy to turn in real life, so it's okay. True. I don't want it to appear too simple, but still, it's a game,
Mm.
and if it feels frustrating, you do not have the physical weight of a canoe to justify it. It's very difficult to. So you do actually have to compromise with reality.
Yeah, it
And-
needs to feel right as
Yeah.
opposed to being realistic.
Exactly.
So
yeah,
it's
there's
it's
that.
it's a vague imitation of reality that feels right when you're playing.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Things are moving. It pleases me so much. Just animations are great.
I like animation. I like doing them as well. Even though it was a lot to think about and to figure out, and I was just sitting in front of my computer going like, okay, so it's moving like this. So this moves like that, and that's rotating. And sometimes you did a thing, and then when you play the animation back, it would spin around for some reason, and it was weird. And that's what you get when you have 3D rotations. It goes crazy sometimes.
Yeah, it can because it uses default rotation. It can use a local or global, and it can mess you up
Yeah.
so much. Oh,
And
dude,
since I was too frustrated, I forgot to film all of those.
it's fine.
I'll think of it next time because
Yeah.
failing is funny.
True.
So I should have filmed those.
The animation fails are very fun.
Yeah,
You
so
see the pedal doing.
I'll think about it next time. I know you can. I can do it right now. I think if I change this to like 3, and I go like this. Oh no, it goes crazy. No, it doesn't.
No,
Doesn't
you've
matter.
done you've done it too well now.
Oh
It's
no,
fine. You've polished it too much. It's over.
I can.
You cannot mess it up anymore.
I cannot break it anymore.
We'll find a way. Don't worry.
Oh yeah, I think I can do it maybe here. Change this to more. No, doesn't matter. Anyway, stuff is moving and it's
Stuff is
pretty.
moving. It's so nice.
I like it.
Yeah, it changes a lot. Also, well, if you were there on Saturday, you saw some of the trees. I didn't add many of them in Godot yet, so nothing new there. You can show the world again if you want first.
Oh, let's go back to the world.
Yep.
Up.
Like
We
if
have
you were there on last Saturday on the stream where I modelized trees, you probably already saw that. But we have 2 types of trees:
yeah,
pine trees, leaf trees.
they're pretty.
They're pretty. They're nice. I colored
I like
them. They
them.
work well.
I liked how the shaders interact with them.
Yeah.
That
Absolutely.
the trunks almost disappear and then you move closer, and they're very painterly.
Yes.
And then you get closer, and then they have an outline, very small. I like how it looks.
Yeah. No, it works. It works very fine. Honestly, I'm pretty happy with that.
Yeah, I'm quite happy with the look so far.
I think we're striking a good balance between details and shapes.
Yes,
But yeah, so I made so many trees. Yeah, you can you can start
I
showing
can
the
show this.
exactly
With
trees.
this one, trees,
Trees. So many
Trees.
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 Trees all over the place. So many trees.
The Boxes Beach. Yeah, it's still Boxes Beach. That,
Yeah. It's gonna stay there for a while, okay? I need
Yeah.
to redo the terrain. I still haven't.
the trees will serve as the basis. These are the trees that will be in the forest.
Yeah.
Basically. So this is how it looks right now.
It's gonna be like a forest-ish
Yeah.
mountainside. So you're gonna see a lot of trees.
Mm.
You're gonna walk among the trees.
That's the
They're
point.
gonna hide everything we don't want you to see.
Exactly.
they're gonna create a lot. So yeah, you're gonna see seas of trees. But yeah, I made trees and tested things.
Yeah, look at these.
Look at these, they're pretty. So I think I'm gonna add some variations to that, but
Mhm.
probably not in that style actually. Like you can see the
No,
one on
yeah.
the right, it looks very pretty, but it's actually very hard to make it work. The one on the far right,
Oh, yeah,
Big
this
one.
one. The other right.
it's very nice to do a gradient like that.
Mm.
It looks good, but only in certain angles.
Yeah, so it needs
So-
to look good from any angle.
Yeah, so I'm not convinced with that. I think I'd rather just do some trees
Yeah, I like this.
yellowish, some trees
And I like
bluish.
the simple as well.
Yeah.
The gradient will probably look less good from far away
Absolutely.
and stuff like that.
So yeah, I think I'm gonna just do like variations
Mm.
per tree, instead of just tree. We have dead trees.
I like that one.
Yeah.
He looks like a deer.
Oh, I didn't show a screen, but I also made dead trees, but for pines with the
Very long
branches. Yeah, very
and
long,
then small branches.
pointies, and still crooked. So
Ooh.
they look good. They look good. I don't have a screen. Damn
No,
it. And I
Doesn't
made
matter.
logs.
I like this log.
I made dead logs.
We should put someone around the campfire.
Yeah. For example,
That
or
should be, we'll see.
we'll see. We'll use them. They can do little. If we want to do small, tiny river, we can have fun with
No,
that.
then we're done.
Okay.
That's all the logs you
I no,
put
I
online.
think I well no, but put it too late. I think.
You put it
um,
online right now?
Yeah,
Before you left?
before. But it's just one picture. It doesn't matter.
It's log here. Okay,
Yeah.
let me just.
Log.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
a log,
Up.
and this one is fully like it's a tunnel, basically.
Yeah. Oh, that's nice.
So yeah, it's
Could you make
hollow.
it bigger and walk through it?
I mean, technically, yeah, but it wouldn't look that good.
We'll see. Now it's here. No, I need to do this and then this.
There
Look
it is.
at this one.
So yeah, it's fully hollow. You can basically just go inside it and see what's on the other side. So I'm trying to make some variety there. I have a few of these to do still, but yeah. Basically, most of the trees, all of the live trees are done, or dead trees that are still standing are done. We had, I think, enough variety, or we can generate. Oh.
Okay, sorry about the dog. It's time to feed.
It's time to be, but I love the synchronization of the alert.
With Raiders. Hello,
Hey.
everyone.
Hello, everyone. Hello, Sejouf. Hello, the Sejous. Sejous?
That's
Sejous. Bonjour, les Sejous.
too complicated for me.
Hi. Anyway, welcome.
Hello, everyone.
I hope you had fun. I saw you were playing a bounty thingy. A new game, fairly recent game.
Ooh.
Seemed fun. I hope you had fun.
Hello,
Hi.
Jonah. I almost said Johns because I'm far away from the screen.
Yep. I cannot read that.
Let's switch back here.
But hey,
bigger.
welcome. Welcome to the Small Dreamers channel. If
Yay.
you don't know us, we are game developers. We're a small little studio. We make short games, little bite-sized games
Little bite-sized games.
in a very short time, and it's week 3 over 10 weeks. So we
Yes.
have 10 weeks to make a game, and it's week 3, and we've made trees, and I'm very happy about them.
Trees and animations.
And
this week.
animations, right? We've made animations.
Yeah.
We have things that move now. They look good. Hi. But welcome.
Welcome and thanks for the
And thanks
follow,
for-
I think, was it? Was it a follow or was it just a raid? Or just a raid? Was it a raid?
Just
I don't know what happened.
Thank you
It said
anyway.
meow.
Welcome anyway. But yeah.
So yeah, we're just doing our weekly update and showing stuff that we made this week.
Yeah.
Trees and animations.
Yep.
The trees and the animations. There's a video here somewhere. I
So
think this is one.
many trees. I
No.
see trees.
Oh,
in my
these are the
sleep.
cones I made.
All right. Yeah. The future water effects
Yeah.
placeholders.
This is the animation, the first animation I made.
Right. That was the first one you sent.
Yeah.
It looks better now. You can already see the difference.
I redid it already.
Yeah. You already.
I lost it at one point because I was trying stuff out and it disappeared and I was no, and I couldn't get it back, so I had to remake it. But I like the new one better.
Cool. Yeah, that's true.
So yeah,
It works very, very well. The new one.
it's still early days, but it's starting to be playable and usable and stuff. So that's good.
And stuff.
And stuff.
And stuff.
I wrote it this a
Yeah,
little
we're
bit.
getting there, honestly.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go for a little.
A
Ride
little,
again.
A little ride around.
Oh, did I put it too far? No.
Kind of. Okay, we saw you jump into the water first. It's fine.
You didn't see anything.
Yeah, this won't happen, obviously, in the game.
Yeah.
We're gonna keep you from doing that in the game, the future game. But yeah, the paddle is moving. It's a placeholder. It's not even the final paddle.
No,
which-
that's gonna be the work for this week, I guess.
Yes, next
I'm gonna
week.
be trying to make a paddle. I'm gonna learn Blender this week. This is gonna be an
Seb is
adventure.
coming, joining me in the blender bender.
It's gonna be so
Yes.
fun.
It's gonna be great.
But I'm already having fun rowing around, so that's a good.
That's a
thing.
good, that's a good sign, honestly.
Yeah. You can brake and rotate. All this will get better. And there's options now where you
Everything
can
works.
remove the. Oh yeah, I did the head bobbing as well. Let me
Right.
remove the center dot and go back and resume. Let me just rotate over there and go. Oh, and it's far away. Whatever. I'm just gonna row for a bit again and
Okay.
show the head bobbing animation.
Ooh.
Animations are still a little bit buggy, but I'm getting there.
Honestly, they're already like.
Yeah. I need to figure out how to make them restart at the beginning every time, because now when you switch over, there's weird stuff happening because it
True.
doesn't. The animation doesn't start at the beginning every time.
Ah. Right. Okay.
And I think it's just a couple lines of code to do, but whatever.
You need to do that.
Up, and if you look, it's quite subtle, especially since we don't have much to see. But there's a slight head bob when you're walking.
Yeah.
When you go
Okay.
closer to the trees, you can see it. Oh wait, I need to dodge them now.
Right, we added collisions to get to the trees.
You can walk into the trees.
The trees didn't have collisions until
Yeah.
5 minutes ago before the stream. Something like that.
So yeah, the goal of the game is to walk around, have a break, and walk around a nice little area, row around on the lake a bit, and go
That's
watch
it.
the sunset by a campfire or something.
Yeah, that's it.
And that's it, and that's good.
Just the game is just supposed to make you take a break.
Exactly.
Go touch grass virtually.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Go hug a tree virtually
Go-
as well.
Go hug a tree. We do not have the hug interaction.
No, we do not have the grass yet, so
True. I haven't made the grass. Oh, damn it.
we'll get there. For now, it's deserty.
Oh, I'm so gonna abuse the touch grass joke.
Yeah.
Oh, damn it. Well, that's gonna be fun. So yeah, this week doesn't seem like it still isn't spectacular. At some point, you're gonna suddenly come in and there are gonna be trees everywhere, good map and stuff. But it's just week 3, and we're still making everything that we're gonna use to populate the world.
Yeah. Let me just.
Yeah, but I'm very happy because visually wise, we're starting to really see a style emerge. We're really starting to have a cohesive.
Can you pet the Kryak?
Can you pet the Kryak? Come on.
We have not. We don't. We're not planning on making hands, so you cannot pet the dog in this game. There's not a dog, and there's not even hands, and
There's
you cannot
not
pet
even
the
hands.
Kryak.
True. I mean, we could make just a prompt and a noise for it.
Sure,
I have ideas. I have stupid ideas that shouldn't cost too much. If you want,
we'll see.
we'll discuss that.
We'll see. We're not there yet. Let's finish making the world first before we start adding stupid stuff
Okay, fair. Fair enough.
and Easter eggs and things.
I'm just saying, we're supposed to have a waterfall. We should be able to
There
hide
should
an
be
Easter
something
egg.
behind the waterfall. That's
Yes.
something I've written down somewhere. That's behind
is.
every waterfall. There should be something.
It is one of our rules. If there is a waterfall, there needs to be something behind.
That's a good idea. When screen cuts to black with a monster sound effect, ending to a relaxing game with a nice
Yeah,
jump scare.
Sure. Yes. No, I hate that.
Pet the Kraken? Yes. Roar! End of the game.
Oh no.
Play. Do you want to play again?
I refuse to do that.
No, it's not. That's not. It's not part of the vibe.
True.
Doesn't fit the vibe. Doesn't fit the game. Maybe another game some point.
Maybe.
But I'm not really into jump scares, so that's probably not gonna happen. I said probably.
Yeah. I mean, we have some ideas that would fit the horror game.
Yeah, I didn't say I didn't
Thing?
like horror games. I said I didn't like jump scares.
Yeah,
Those are
but
different.
yeah, but you do need a few of them.
Yeah, but
It's
I think I can easily create an atmosphere of dread with a couple sound effects and a fog simulation.
yeah, but dread isn't fear, and
No.
you need to actually have a payoff for the
Of
fear.
course.
Otherwise, it disconnects the fears, and so after a while, you're just like, oh, nothing is happening anymore.
Nothing is happening ever.
So yeah, and jump scares can be very varied. You don't have to
Of
do
course.
like just a thing that jumps at you for free.
No,
It can
of
be
course.
a very built up thing, but you do need a jump scare.
Don't
so-
like cheap jump scares. I should
Me neither.
say that.
Me neither. It's easy to do.
Mhm.
Well, it's easy-ish to do.
It's
Same.
just put some silence, make someone focus on the screen, and then loud thing that's very close.
Oh, there was this game that made kind of a bit of buzz around for a bit not too long ago. It was basically that, but the point was that you would plug in your mic, and you didn't have to make noise or you would lose.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
And
That's kind of a fun idea.
the whole game is basically jump scares.
Mm.
Just have to walk around and things are jumping at you,
Yeah.
and nothing hurts you actually.
And you don't have to. And if you scream, you lose or something, or
Yeah,
the monsters come
Absolutely,
at you.
even just talking loudly is enough.
I saw that. I saw like yesterday. I saw a video about Phasmophobia that the game listens to your mic when you play.
No, I want to do that with my avatar. I want
Yeah.
to, because you can actually have things that activate in OBS. So if I play a horror game live, I want to use my avatar, and I want it to jump around or disappear if I scream, if I make too much noise.
That's a good idea.
That's a fun idea, I think. But yeah, I've seen some really really smart things to do with OBS and noise like that that can add to a horror game stream.
Could be fun.
Yeah, it could be fun. But anyway, we're not making a horror game right now.
No, we're
so-
making a chill kayak, a chill canoe game.
a chill canoe game.
Not a
Yes,
kayak. Kayaks
not
are
kayak.
less pretty than canoes.
Absolutely, that's why.
And they're mostly made of wood, and wood has better sounds than kayaks, which are plastic.
True.
That's for me the main reasoning behind canoe or kayak.
It's prettier. They look so much better.
Yeah, look at our beautiful beautiful canoe.
They're actually less easy to maneuver, but who cares? It's a game.
I don't care.
We're not a simulator. We're fine.
No, we're not making a canoe simulator. Kayak sounds like a horror game for later. We'll see.
We'll see, honestly.
The small idea I've written down for kayak is not a horror game.
No, it isn't.
But I heard about a horror game recently. It's basically an imitation on Mario Kart 64, but mixed with a horror game story something. It looks very interesting. I should look up what it's called.
Yeah. Yeah.
I want
Put
to
it
play
on-
that. Looks
Put it
fun.
on put it on the list when we
Yeah.
when we do the other idea. When we do that one idea.
It's
So-
basically you go into you play Mario 64, well a copy of Mario 64 with the same vibe, the same graphics, but there's horror stuff happening and there's a story and it seems weird. I kind of wanted to check it out.
True.
I don't remember the
Okay.
name sadly.
Okay. No, that's interesting. That sounds interesting. Oh, I also saw it's not a horror game, but it's Mario Kart, but with the first Silent Hill camera system. So basically, every time you turn, the camera changes, and it's an automatic thing. You do not control it; it
I
doesn't
said
follow
I
you,
wanted to make a game
and the
with
controls are just messed up due to that. And it's
it's just tank controls.
very fun.
I kind of want to play that. And
Yeah,
I
It's
also
just-
want
it's
to
a-
I made a very simple, easy camera system that's very, very easily make adaptable to that sort of thing. It's like 2 lines of code and a bunch of cameras in the game. It's very easy to do.
Yeah.
Kind of want to do that.
Yeah,
I put it on the list there somewhere. This is not an idea for a game, but I really want to make a game with Resident Evil cameras
true. Yeah,
because I think that's pretty, and I like cinematography and I like angles and stuff.
it's just a pain to play. Actually, here's the thing.
You get used to
It's
it.
kind of, but
Uh,
nowadays it's very. I think
yeah.
it's very violent, but it's fun. It's radical. It's fun. You can do something with that on purpose. And it doesn't have to be a horror game, but it can be very fun.
Mm.
And this was a ROM hack of I think Super Mario Kart or
Oh, yeah, probably.
MK64. I don't remember which one, but it looked very fun. I'll send you a link. It was very very fun.
If it's a ROM hack, I could play it on my original N64. That should be fun.
It could be fun. Yes.
Probably. Oh, we'll look at it. I'll look into it later.
Yeah.
Shouldn't take long. Famous last words. Yeah, always.
True. True.
Hey, thanks for
Hey,
following,
gotta
Jonah.
follow. Hey, but yeah. So next week, last trees, putting the trees in Godot,
Yes,
and you make stuff.
I'm gonna be learning.
You join Blender.
I'm gonna be learning Blender.
Yay.
Oh no.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Gonna be learning Blender, and the goal is to make a pretty paddle and to make some other stuff. Maybe the dock, because right now it's a block.
Yeah. We're gonna slowly replace all the geometry. you
Well,
see.
no, we're gonna slowly make a real world instead of the testing world that we have right
Yeah,
now.
it's called a placeholder for a reason. It holds
Exactly.
the place until you're ready to
Yes.
replace it with something pretty. So that's what we're gonna start to do, and also like all the models I've made need to be integrated to Godot.
Yeah, right now we have
Uh,
2
We have 2 of them, and
somewhere.
and I've started integrating everything, but
Yeah, here there's 2
it
right
takes
now.
a bit of time, and it's not the funniest of parts because you have to make a scene for each thing.
Yeah, you need to import
And-
everything and then
And
add
do
the materials.
the materials, the collision.
Mm.
mesh, the stuff like that. So for
It doesn't take
each-
long, but for every time you have to repeat it.
yeah,
every
and
si-
I mean
single
there
time.
are 10 rocks, there are 10 trees, there are so it's exponential, and you end up
Yeah.
with like 30 things to integrate. So it's a bit
That's why it's probably a good idea to do it when you're done with the model,
Yeah.
import it directly
Well-
instead of waiting until you have 15.
kind of, because it breaks my flow of building things.
Oh yeah, okay.
So then I have
Or
to get
after
back.
each session or something. Or in the morning when you're watching something else, and then just do that because it's kind
Probably
of
no,
repetitive.
it's not a problem of doing it. It's gonna take the same time regardless.
Yeah, yeah.
I just wanted to, do all the trees, and now that I was sure that they couldn't be integrated in a way that pleased me. And now, yeah, I don't think stopping to integrate them each time is a good solution, because unless it's a one model thing,
Of
like
course.
like the canoe, for sure, or the paddle or the dock, maybe. But the trees, because once I was sure I had the right model, I needed to do like variations of them.
Of course.
So it's better to have them and keep doing it, and then until you're done, and then you integrate it. Because integration is such a different flow that I don't really like interrupting one to go to the other.
Yeah, I get it. I like when I finish a thing, I like to be done with it. So I want to make it and then put it in the game immediately and then be done.
Yeah, but I didn't feel finished with it because
Yeah,
I
of
needed to reuse it
Yeah, yeah.
or compare it and stuff. So I didn't feel finished until I had all the trees.
Mm.
So that's why I didn't do it yet. Also, I was supposed to do it before this stream, but I didn't because I didn't have time. So yeah.
Time is complicated.
It's complicated for sure.
Uh,
But yeah, things are you're still working full time, so
Yeah.
decide.
Yeah, I've been working all day, and I fixed up this code like basically when I was done with my job and before the stream. So I had like 1.5 hours to fix some stuff, and I tried to work like about 2 to 3 hours every day on the game after work, which is quite tiring. But a couple weeks left, and then I think I might be done with my job for now. We'll see.
Fingers
We'll
crossed.
see. Yeah, I'm
Maybe.
not gonna just stop working completely just because we started this, because it doesn't pay the rent yet.
Doesn't quite pay the rent, indeed.
So if they call for work, I'll keep on working, of course.
Of course, that's normal, and same to me. And here's the thing: I am waiting on things right now. I still have things to do fairly regularly for work that pays me,
Yeah.
or that should pay me at some point.
Paying work is always coming first.
First,
It's
yeah,
always
of
getting
course.
first because
Survival.
we need to pay rent and eat and stuff.
Yeah, for sure.
So of
So-
course I would love to do this full time, but not yet.
Not yet. So yeah, it's 10 weeks, but not full time. So that's a bit different, but that's fine. Honestly,
Yeah.
I'm very happy with where we are.
Yeah, I like the rhythm we have, and I think it's working.
Yeah, I think
And I think we're on the right track.
I think we're on schedule.
I think so.
I mean, we'll see next week.
Yeah.
I might not have as much time as I wish, but yeah, have a whole competition thingy.
Mm.
But a thingy.
A speedrun thingy.
No, it's
No,
a.
it's not a speedrun thing.
It's the Super Mario Kart Championships
Oh yeah, that's
in
this
Japan.
weekend.
It's
Yeah.
this weekend until Tuesday,
Mm.
from Saturday to Tuesday. And the good news is I have a whole team of people who volunteer to help, so I'm not doing the whole thing,
Mm.
but I'm still gonna do a lot. So that's gonna take a lot of time. That's gonna be
Yeah.
fun.
But it's good to sometimes take a break and do something else and come back fresh.
True, it
Fresh
is.
but tired.
Very tired. It starts at 3 a.m. every morning.
That's not a problem for you.
True.
You have a
I mean, for the
rhythm.
start of it, but
Oh,
then,
yeah, of
then it
course.
lasts until the afternoon.
Oh, okay.
So my night is supposedly in between there, in
Yeah,
the middle
yeah,
somewhere
yeah.
there. But it's true otherwise. But yeah, no, it's gonna be a bit painful.
Mhm.
But it's gonna be very fun. So I'm hoping it motivates me rather than exhausts me.
Let's
And
hope so.
I think it should. So
Yeah.
I'm fairly confident. But yeah, it's gonna be that. What am I doing next week? Still a lot of Blender things.
Yeah,
I'm-
we talked about making cliffs and stuff, and maybe starting on the new world.
On the new world, yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
I should probably.
I was
do
also thinking I could maybe instead of you making the world all over again, I could try the. Hello.
Hello.
Thank you
welcome.
for the following. Neza the tiefling.
The tiefling.
The tiefling. Ooh.
Nice.
What
Anyway.
color tiefling is it this time? Is it a red one or is it a? I think they can be purple as well. Don't remember the exact rules.
I have no idea what he's saying.
It's Dungeons and Dragons. A tiefling.
Okay. Okay.
In
No,
Baldur's
I know
Gate.
what a tiefling is, but I don't know where they come from, or
I
I
don't
don't
really know
that
exactly.
Dungeons and Dragons. Sorry.
I was wondering what color the Neza is.
Oh. Okay. Okay. Sure.
Whatever.
But yeah. No, next week is gonna be finishing the trees,
Mm.
putting the trees in Godot, and then I have the rest of the vegetation that I can
Yes.
do, or it's redoing the map. I think it depends on my energy and motivation.
And it
Um,
depends. So I might have a look at the red
map.
tiefling. Perfect.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah, I might have a look at the 3D terrain tool because I think it has LODs built in and stuff, and I think it would make stuff easier instead of making it in Blender, but I don't know.
I'm not sure, but yeah, sure. If you want to try, be my guest.
I'll try. I'll try.
Like I can make the dock instead, and you
Yeah.
do that, for example.
We'll see.
If you want.
We'll see if I feel overwhelmed by Blender or not.
Fair enough. Fair enough. I can relate to that. That was me 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I can do very, very, very basic stuff in Blender, but not much. I'm not at your level yet.
I'm not doing anything complex.
No, I know, but I don't know
Amazing.
how to do what you did yet,
Yeah.
which is learnable, but I don't know if I want to learn a new program already.
Fair enough. Fair enough. So yeah, okay. We can. I mean, sure. If you feel pretty confident in the
I'm gonna
in
try.
redoing
We'll see.
that, I mean, sure. Yeah.
Why not?
I'd love that,
Yeah.
honestly, because it's it's
Yeah, I
bugging
know.
me. It's-
And I was busy with all the other stuff, but since the mechanics and the animations and
Yeah.
stuff
No,
are
you did
in
amazing.
now and it's working, it's working. It's not perfect. It's working, and that's the goal for this month is to have everything working. I can move on to modeling stuff and helping out with that because making all the assets is gonna take a long time.
That's true. Yeah. Well, no, but putting them.
Yeah, putting them in the game is gonna take also a long time, but we still need to model a ton of stuff, so I'm gonna help out.
Yeah, sure.
Because there's only two of us, and
There's
we
only two
cannot.
of us, so.
We don't
Sure.
have team.
Yeah, no, it's also like I'm getting faster and faster at modeling stuff and more complex and complex stuff. So I'm pretty happy, especially like that's why the logs aren't so pleasing to me because they're more complex shapes, but still more interesting, still low poly and stuff. So I'm having a lot of fun with that. But I'm not very worried as even if you didn't come to help with Blender, it would still be doable.
Yeah, I think so.
But the map is really, really like
Yeah, also, you already did it.
yeah, it's because I already did it once.
You
and I'm
already
just
made a map, and then
pissed.
for those who don't know,
Yeah, for those who don't know.
we had a little problem with the map that we don't know how to fix. A little hole.
Little hole in the
a
terrain.
big hole.
Because we used a tool in Godot that is very, very nice, but we don't know why it does that, and we cannot prevent it from doing that.
Yeah, it has something to do with the collision shape and the LODs and stuff. I don't know what, and I cannot figure it out. I don't know what is going on. So there's a big hole in the map.
Yeah, so we have to redo it with another tool or directly in Blender. But basically, we had a whole terrain, and we could have started, populating it. I could have started putting trees all over it.
Yeah, but
And
since
add
we
it.
had to redo, since we have to redo the map because there's, look at over here. There's also the seam. Yeah, they can see my mouse. There's the seam over here. If you look over here, well, it's here.
And,
And
it
if you
goes
go-
all the way. It does
goes all the way.
a rectangle, basically.
There's a
all
thing over here
the
somewhere, I
map.
believe.
Maybe no, I think it moved.
I don't know.
I think it moved when I sized it.
It's weird.
But yeah, it's very, very weird, and it's difficult
Oh,
to
we
hide.
have a waterfall. Look at this.
I forgot the waterfall was there.
Yeah, but since
For a while.
since we're working on this side,
Sure, we do all the testing over
all
there.
the testing is in this little area. So I've
So
never, I
I've
didn't
forgotten
see.
everything else that's in the game. for
So the
now.
entire map is like this, right now. And there was a waterfall here.
Yeah, but it's a bit too big, so It's fine.
Yeah, the map is a little bit big. I'll make
Yeah.
it smaller.
Make it smaller. Like some areas need to be the same size, or should be. Some areas would need to be a bit smaller.
Yeah, I think
Easier to-
I might concentrate on trying the new tool out,
Honestly.
removing this one and trying another one.
If you're having fun with it, go for it, because
Yeah, I've seen you spend 2 days on it already. I know you don't really want to do it again.
Yeah, this was 2 full days. 2 full days.
And I kind of I want to learn how to
And,
use this tool as well. And I like making worlds.
Yeah, no, that's fine. If
I
you,
might
if you
see
want
if I
to.
can generate something and then modify it. I don't think that will work, so we'll see.
The problem with generating something is that it never fits.
Yeah.
So you have to modify it. So I did this for this one.
Yeah, I
I
saw.
used an auto generation, but I really blended it so that I just had a few spikes, and then in the end I just smoothed it out.
Yeah.
I just went
get
like,
it.
nah.
Nah.
Actually,
Up.
nah.
Gone. Actually,
It's
let's make it by
gone.
hand, because we don't have a. If we had an infinite generated world or something, we might use that. But no, we're having
Yeah,
a small handcrafted
just a-
experience.
Exactly. We needed a specific path, and we don't want to go too big or too crazy with it, because we don't have the time to make it interesting everywhere if the map is too big. So
No, and it's already too big. It's 10 this one is
Well,
like 8 kilometers long.
yeah, but a good portion of it is inaccessible.
Yeah, of course.
Like
but-
a good area around the water is accessible, but not that much. So that would be possible to still
yeah.
do something nice in the time we have. But the tool doesn't work, so we need a new one.
Yeah, so we're gonna try another tool, and we'll see if it works better.
Yeah.
And if that fails, well, we'll figure something else out.
Yeah, that was week 1 bug.
That was the
Week
big surprise of the morning
1.
of the week 1 stream. That was very fun.
Fun.
If we didn't have a hole in the map, we'd be. This game would look a lot different already.
Yeah, it would. I would have done the cliffs and stuff.
Mhm.
And I would have already created a little area where we could test everything.
Yeah, exactly. Instead of having a
magically-
random ugly spot where we test everything.
Well, I say that, but the truth is, it probably would still look like that.
Yeah, of course, but there might have
Because-
been more trees, for example. You might have used the scatter tool.
Yeah,
a
I
bit
would have
and stuff.
tested it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm thinking of testing it now that I have a few trees variations, so that I can really see it in action.
Yeah.
But yeah, we have tools to basically automatically scatter things around areas we want. It's a very, very nice. It seems to be a very nice tool. I haven't used it yet.
I've used it once when I was testing stuff out. When I was still learning a couple months ago, and it was quite a powerful tool. I was very new at everything, so I didn't understand everything. But there was like a button to conform to the terrain that's underneath it and stuff, so you don't have to manually adjust the height of every object. And it had random rotations and things like that. So it's very nice.
Yes, it's so that I don't have to put each blade of grass by hand.
Exactly. You can just paint the grass in, which is very nice.
Comfort. Nice. But yeah, I'm gonna do the same with the trees.
Yeah.
It's gonna be nice.
I hope
Can't
so.
wait. It is gonna be nice.
It's
Come
gonna
on.
be nice.
Come on, it's made to look nice.
The game is gonna be
It looks
nice.
very
It's gonna
nice.
be pretty.
Yeah, the more I look at it, the more progress, the more I want it less orangey.
Yeah.
I think it's because I've been there too much.
You've seen too much orange.
Yeah.
Let's remove the orange. Up.
I would still like some orange, but I'm gonna
Yeah, we'll
I'm-
toy with the.
I'm gonna make it slightly colder, I think.
Yeah. Yeah. Right now
Um,
it's like a warm summer, a summer evening or something.
Yeah, which works and was the plan, the initial plan.
Yeah.
But I think we could do with a bit more contrast.
Yeah, slightly colder and more autumny.
Yeah, slightly, cold.
Yeah.
It should
But
feel a bit
having
colder.
another texture for the ground as well will
Yeah,
change a lot,
it will-
because
it will definitely
right
help
now
for
it's just
sure.
dark orange, weird brown.
Yeah, I mean we could try to make it grey, light grey
Yeah,
to start, because it would look very grey, but at least it would look like rocks and not sand. So maybe that would help. I don't know. We'll see. We'll have fun with that. But yeah, as soon as we have a terrain that we're slightly satisfied with, or at least have a style of terrain we're satisfied with, I can make cliffs chests and little stuff to really make
Then-
areas and blocks.
Yeah, then we can start making the spots that are interesting,
Exactly. Or
which are the big points, because those are the places we're gonna focus on most.
yeah, and also things that are gonna line up path
Mhm.
and stuff. So like when I say like cliffs, it's because you're gonna have some places where it's too vertical to walk over, so it's gonna block you and force you to
Yeah.
go around things and stuff. So I need to make the things, and you can make them with a terrain tool, but it's a lot harder and they don't look as good.
Yeah, and with a tool generation tool, you cannot go beyond vertical, so you
Exactly.
cannot put stuff. You cannot walk under things and stuff.
Absolutely,
You
there's
cannot
that
create
too.
caves. There's not. It's
Oh, right, okay.
What? I don't think
Anyway.
we'll have many caves, but
We
we'll see.
could see.
We'll see.
We'll see.
We're not there yet. We have
Yeah.
a vague plan of what we want to do. We have a map
We have a map.
that's drawn that will be adapted and modified and retooled once stuff gets in. But
Honestly, 3 weeks we have the main all the mechanics are there.
Mhm.
We are starting to have music, we have animations, we are starting to see the visual style appear. We have trees.
we have
And
trees. We don't have
plants.
music yet. I've
You-
written most of the music. I
we
need
have-
to record it.
Yeah.
But that will be that's work for like half a day or
Yeah,
something.
but we have a placeholder music.
Yeah, we have
that
one placeholder song
Is kind of
that's gonna be in the game somewhere.
Yeah. exactly. So we do have a lot of things
Yeah.
already. We need to add sounds. We need to add more variations. We need to remake the map, populate it, and
Yeah.
create really curate the space and design it for your pleasure. But yeah, honestly, week 3, not bad.
Yeah, week 3. I think I will be streaming the bits when I make the sounds and stuff. Once I've
Yeah.
recorded all the things, I'll do a stream at some point to edit all the sounds and re-listen and cut it down and then import it in Godot and see how it works.
Cool.
I think that would be a fun stream.
Yeah, I think so too. Be nice.
We'll see.
It's gonna be.
I'm not there yet. It will be at some point.
It's gonna be there. It's gonna come. It's gonna come. but-
Yeah, goals. We'll see.
Goals. Yeah, hashtag goals. But yeah, no, it's gonna be fun. We're doing well. I think we're within the schedule.
We're on schedule as far
we're
so
on
far.
schedule.
Yeah.
And yeah, we're not doing too bad. Not too shabby, honestly.
Oh, that's good.
I'm pretty happy with the looks of things we are starting to have, but the water is still bugging me.
Yeah,
so
I've tried
much.
another water thing yesterday or something.
Yeah?
I saw another. I retooled this shader basically to make to have some white tips on the water or something, and I couldn't figure it out make it pretty. So I was thinking about looking into making another. Hello, cat. About basically combining different water shaders together
Yeah.
and copying, pasting the different bits of code into and trying to cobble together my own water shader.
Yeah.
But I don't yet know how it's going to work or if it's going to work. So I'll see something. So
Sure.
I'm gonna look because I kind of want to keep the reflections,
Mhm.
and the reflections in this one are kind of nice.
Yeah, there are.
And
Especially the further ones.
Yeah, the further one. Those are those over here, and when you look a bit further away, they have the trees and stuff. Once you're a little lower, I believe. I don't remember.
I know they look pretty nice.
Yeah. Anyway,
But yeah,
but I kind of want the reflections because if we don't have a reflection, it's gonna be a little sad, especially if you have a nice lake. That's sort of part of the vibe.
sure.
So I'm going to try and keep the reflections of this shader
Mhm.
and apply them to another water shader. But I don't know if that's gonna work. So we'll see. I'm
We'll
gonna
see.
toy around with it and figure something out. We'll look at some other water shaders and choose one that's pretty,
Mhm.
that you like and that fits the vibe, and then I'll play around with it.
Okay, that's fine. That works with me. Because
This
yeah,
is
it's-
Rocket.
It keeps
If you can
bothering
see
me,
him, I don't
and I
know.
tried, changing it. Like we have
Mm.
basically an automated noise thingy, and it just didn't
Yeah,
work.
it doesn't. It doesn't work really
Doesn't
well.
work. But yeah, the more I look at it, the less I like it. That's terrible. That's pretty terrible. It's not bad per se, but just it bothers me, and there is so much water. I have
The
to
water
look
is
at
a
it.
big part of the game, so
Yeah.
it needs to look good.
Yeah, you kind of looking at it a lot.
Mm.
Hey, Rocket.
He's gonna be the star.
Eee.
Say hello to the people on stream. Yeah, he says hi.
Kinda. He's more like,
Oh,
please
yeah.
let me go.
Nah, he likes the
Eh,
attention.
Yeah, he does. He does. Oh, nobody.
So yeah, new water, ground, trees, docks, paddles,
Stocks, paddle.
stuff.
So much stuff to do.
So much stuff.
Might
to do.
even play around and make flowers. You never know what could happen.
Yeah, we'll see.
We'll see. I should make the grass first.
Yeah, grass
Probably.
and then flowers, and then
Maybe.
probably some way to mix them together when you create a field or something. A nice clearing.
Something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, could
It's
work.
gonna be pretty.
It's gonna be nice. Gonna be pretty fun.
I hope so.
True.
It's not gonna be fun all the time because all the making stuff. Sometimes it's tiring. I've been frustrated a lot with this script here. I spent several days on just looking at it and going like, why doesn't it work? I don't understand. And modifying stuff randomly and being like, why? And now it's mostly working. Since today it's mostly working, and I'm quite happy with it. And there's no more bits where it says to do or to add, and it feels like it's pretty much done. It needs tuning and stuff, but it's done.
That's cool.
So that's a
Honestly.
good thing.
Yeah, no. Those days they paid off.
Yeah, clearly.
They weren't fun, but
No.
they paid off.
I didn't have so much fun. After a while, the code, just looking at like 100 lines of code over and over and being like, I don't understand what's wrong.
Yeah, coding can be pretty frustrating.
Yeah. But I like the GD script actually. It's pretty clear.
Yeah.
And I've been using things. I've used long variable names instead of just letters because most tutorials use very short things, and I'm like, no, I want to know what everything does. So I need to be called, instead of just PRL or something, it's paddle released left, paddle released right, etc. And I like long variable names because then I know what's going on.
Oh, that's cool. I think that's really cool. Your code is really nice to read.
Yeah, that
I really enjoy that.
I also like when it's pretty.
True.
Which is normal. For me, at least, if the code is... I want it to be pretty and readable because otherwise I'm not going to understand. When I follow a tutorial and their code is like a mess and everything is written weirdly, I'm like, no, that's not good.
No, I don't want that.
It might work, but I'm going to make it prettier.
That's fair. Honestly, yeah, I understand that. I like doing my code. I like that too. Like I'm not necessarily a fan of long variable names, but it really does make the code very much more clear to read.
Yeah, and also there's two of us, and you might have to read the code at some point. So
Ew.
I know you might have to read some code here and there. So
I already have. But
having
it's fine.
having the things called clear, having clear names for everything.
Yeah,
that helps a lot.
That's what I said. I've already read some of it because, yeah, I was curious.
Yeah.
So no, I'm telling you, it's pretty nice to read. Like it's pretty clear. As much as coding can be clear when you don't necessarily know the language.
Yeah, of course.
Which to me is fine because I'm used to reading all kinds of codes or scripting, so I can kind of understand a lot of it.
Yeah.
Without necessarily understanding all of it. But yeah, it's pretty nice to read, honestly.
Yeah, it's not the cleanest, but it works.
Yeah, as I said, you comment your code pretty well. You the long variable names come handy.
Of course.
At this point, when you're just.
And I'm also still learning, so I need to know what's going on.
Yeah, no, but that's fair.
That's why when I follow a tutorial that's like 10 minutes long, it takes me like 2 hours because I need to understand every single thing.
Yeah, and play around with it.
And play around and try it and be like, okay, I followed this tutorial and then okay, this is working, but why is it working like this? I don't want it to work like this. I wanted to change it. I want to mix it with another thing. And that's where I went wrong with the controller remapping a couple last week. And it still doesn't work, so it's gone.
It's gone.
We don't have time for that. Not this time. So the controller mapping stuff, it's complicated and it was weird, and it's gone. Whatever. Doesn't matter. You can play the entire game with the controller and keyboard and mouse interchangeably. That will have to be enough.
Yeah.
There's external programs to remap your controllers and stuff.
And we're not going to keep you from using them, of course.
So
but
you can just
I think we will focus that effort on a game where controls are very important.
Yeah, we'll see later.
Whereas here, they're not that important. Like,
no.
She's just moving around.
It works.
It works. Hopefully it works for everyone. Hopefully, yes. Third parties, softwares can make up.
Yeah, there's.
What we
I know that Steam has a thing where you can remap everything to everything, and I'm guessing there's third-party things as well.
True. To be honest, if every dev could use long variable names, that would be great. Especially since IDEs know to complete them.
Yeah, and
True.
the auto completion is very good because that's so easy. Then I know exactly. Sometimes I don't remember the exact variable name because there's a lot. There's like, look at all these. There's so many because I need to keep track of all this, and sometimes I'll just start typing the vague name and I'm like, oh yeah, this is the one.
That's cool, honestly.
And it works.
It works.
It's great.
But yeah, the long variable, I do not have an excuse for making my variable names short. I'm just lazy.
No, I don't have one.
When I type them.
I like them. I want to know what it does. So I always call it the full word. I almost never shorten.
That's cool.
I've shortened, I think I've here, instead of value, I type val. Instead of variable, I type var, but that's it.
Yeah, those are normal abbreviations that
yeah,
are
of
very,
course.
very
that are already here.
Yeah, they're already there, so that's fine. I mean, but yeah. No, otherwise, yeah, all your variables are very, very precise. So that's very cool to jump into your code. And I don't code, but if I were to have to, it would be pretty much simple to know what you're doing in your code.
Yeah.
To a certain limit, of course, but that's coding for you.
Yeah.
I mean, that's normal.
You don't like your code lines longer. Yeah, that's a problem at some bits here. There's quite some long code lines here. Here's one that goes farther than the rest of the screen.
Yeah, that can be a reason, but
that's a little annoying. But this is not shorten. This I cannot shorten. So. And when I tried to shorten it, it didn't work anymore. So I don't know.
You have to accept that sometimes the code line is gonna go overboard.
Yeah.
And over the border of your very, very strict and rigid habits of window puzzle on your screen. Your Tetris of windows when you code is very unique for each developer I've met. And so, yeah, you're going to have to make peace with that. It's just a fact of coding.
Yeah, I've gotten used to the default Godot layout now. Nice. I still do this when I want to switch scripts, which doesn't work. You need to go here. And when you want to see everything in 3D, there's where those are. So this is still confusing, but it will probably be retooled at some point.
Probably, yeah.
We'll see.
Happens.
Short lines is mandatory. Code cleaner. Oh yeah, well, there's only 2 of us. No one's cleaning my code.
No one's checking it besides me going like, oh, what is it?
Yeah, why does this?
Okay,
oh, this does
fine.
That. Nice.
Cool.
And yeah, so that's why, yeah, no one is tracking my code, and the ones that will, the game will be out already, so it will be too late.
True. It's done anyway. Basically, that's your problem now.
It's your problem. You can toy around with it and try to figure it out.
It's death of the author, but it's suicide.
Yeah, being like, why did he make this like this? That's weird. There's a way easier way that I didn't know about.
Of course. Oh yeah, well, reading your codes a month further down the line is going to be painful.
Oh yeah.
I think it's clean, but
I think if I look at the project list of all the demo things I toyed around with over the past months, there's some stuff in there that's filled with errors and stuff I didn't understand, and I know it's gonna be easier now.
Yeah, I mean, it's the same thing for me. Like, I'm like, that first tree could be better. Could be better. That first dead tree could be better. Yep.
It's fine.
I know.
It's good enough.
I've made peace with it.
And I
I'm like, it's
kind of
fine.
like it as well. And once there's an entire forest, you're not gonna notice.
I will.
You will. No one's gonna notice
I
except
will.
you.
I will see.
That's the problem.
everything.
We're making a game that we want to play, but once we've made it, we won't want to play it anymore because it doesn't work.
That's that's part of the game dev process.
Yeah, that's the
You're
same
like,
with music.
That's a very nice game. I'm gonna. It's a very good idea. I'm gonna make it. By the 60% of it, you're like, I'm never playing that game if I can help it. And then you have the 40% left.
Yeah.
20 of it is I hate this, and 20 of it is like, oh, I'm gonna be so happy when it comes out.
Yeah, and then it's out, and then you're
And
like,
it's out.
I'm so happy. This
Ah.
game is great. It was perfect. Let's make another one.
No. Then you're like, this was a mess. Let's never do that again, except next week.
Let's make another one next week.
Yeah.
Start another game
Yeah.
immediately.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's
Oh.
being a game
Well,
dev.
we'll probably take a week off after this game is out, and then do
Oh,
some
yeah. We need a week to pick the next game.
a week to chill, pick the next game, prepare all the documents, advertise our game and stuff.
Could be a nice idea. I mean,
At least a
Yeah.
little bit.
so that people play it. I mean,
Yeah.
that's the point.
That's sort of the goal. That people want to play our game
Sure.
and maybe even give us money, which is a good idea.
It's nice. Capitalism is difficult
Yeah.
with us right now. But that's fine. That's fine.
Yeah. There's not yet the guaranteed basic income thing for everyone.
If only.
Yeah. Well, whatever.
Well, whatever.
That's not something we can do.
Whatever. I mean, we're making canoes instead.
Yeah, we're making a small canoe game and hope people play it and take a break from capitalism.
Yeah. Absolutely. I don't know why we would do that. That seems like something that wouldn't preoccupy us ever.
No, I don't know.
Ever.
Ever.
Sure.
Let's hide this code. Hup.
No,
Look
it's
at
fine.
look at our pretty canoe.
Look at the canoe. It moves.
Yeah. It is moving because the idle animation is rotating here.
Blaze a post on Tumblr. Oh boy. Actually,
I don't think we have a Tumblr account.
we do not have a Tumblr. I have a Tumblr account.
I also have one.
But
There's nothing on there because I forgot to go there for like the past 15
yeah,
years.
sometimes I do reblog things, but
Yeah.
fairly rarely because I remember Tumblr exists like once per month maximum. So sometimes I just go like, oh yay.
We should make a Tumblr for Small Dreamers, but we already have like Twitter and Blue Sky and
Yeah, but we
Instagram and
could just play around on this.
yeah, we'll see.
I think it would be fun. I don't know. I don't even know if we could.
But yes,
reach
we'll be
anyone
advertising
interested.
this game at some point, and we hope all of you will be advertising as well for us.
Please.
Retweet and share and make your friends play and
Force them.
things like that. Say, hey, look at this game. It's free.
That's true.
Go play it. It doesn't take long, and it's a nice little break.
True.
And things like that.
We'll make you a little note so that you can repeat it if you don't know what to say.
We'll make a marketing kit.
The press kit.
Press kit, that's the name.
I refuse to do that ever.
Me too.
Ever.
We
no,
already
just-
create more content than what I was actually, what I really wanted to do, but whatever. It takes too long, and it's
We-
important, and
We
it's
have
needed.
to. We have to. I mean, especially because we don't have a game yet.
Yeah, once we have a couple games, it will be easier.
Easier or slightly. I mean, first of all, the more we have habits with that, the
Of
less time taking or painful it will feel.
Mm. It
But
needs to be part of the process because otherwise we would just make a game in our bedrooms and never talk about it.
and nobody would know.
And
Nobody would know. So no.
Which is why the entire Small Dreamers thing is built around the idea of making games in a short time and talking about them
Yeah, and streaming.
and talking about how the process and everything. That's all part of it.
Yeah, it's because otherwise, yeah, we could do the same thing probably in a shorter time.
Yeah, sure.
Just yeah,
Mm.
on Discord between each others.
Yeah,
and,
but
and nobody would play it.
nobody would play it. No one
We
know
would be
about
sad.
it. I've seen so many people saying, I've spent 3 years working on a big game and now no one has played it.
Yeah, but it's very difficult.
Mm.
So yeah, but I think the best thing would be like to find a rhythm, but also like find a way to make the process of the communication, tweets and stuff, funnier. for
Yeah,
us.
fun and interesting, and not make the stuff because there's a schedule and we want to talk about stuff and force it upon people. Just also, it has to be interesting for us. It
Yeah.
has to remain fun, and we need to have stuff to say and talk about things and say, look at this thing I made, instead of hiding everything and saying, look at this game we made. I like showing the entire process.
Yeah, me too. I think it's interesting, and as we said in previous weeks, like if this does motivates you to do something, then we're doing it right.
Exactly.
Because the goal is also like, see, we're learning while we do.
Mhm.
You can do the thing too. Like everything we're learning, like I didn't know how to use Blender
Yeah, and we learned
3 weeks
using-
ago. So
Yeah, I didn't
That's fine.
spend a single cent on learning tools or anything. Everything is freely available. Everything is freely available online. So it's just taking a bit of time, which is the hardest part is taking a bit of time and trying to learn it. But it's doable, and we've been at it now. I've been at Godot for like 4 months or something. And look at this, we have a game.
we have a game.
Almost.
Well,
We have the beginnings of a game, and we're working on
We
it,
have
and
mo-
it's gonna be a game.
honestly, we have most of the ingredients.
Yeah,
So we just need to mix them up.
just
and-
need to build the levels.
Shush. But yeah, no, it's honestly, yeah. Anybody can make a game, and
Anybody
hopefully,
can make pretty much anything nowadays.
True. Or you can learn anything. But yeah, a Tumblr. Damn it! Damn it! I should have thought of it.
We'll
Maybe
put it on the
later.
list of
I think that
social
would be
networks.
funnier once we have this game released.
Yeah, once we have a game, we can post stuff about the game, and
Yeah, just have a
Talk about
few
it
few
and-
little things that
yeah.
are about like promoting the game itself so that people can
Mhm.
play it. Once again, the aim is to have people play it and enjoy it.
exactly.
Hopefully you enjoy it though.
If people play it and enjoy it, then that's the most important part.
That's why you make a game usually.
Yeah.
So hopefully. But yeah,
Mhm.
I'm fairly confident that this game will be pretty enjoyable.
Yeah, I think it will
It's not-
accomplish what we set out to do, at
Yeah.
least.
Yeah, I'm fairly confident, and the more we add to it, the more confident I feel.
Mm.
Like as I was saying earlier, the animations really made the controls come together.
Yeah, it really works now.
Like it really works. Because before we didn't have the paddle moving,
Mm.
and so having only the push of a button that would force you in a canoe to go in one direction, but inverted compared to the button you would push,
Yeah,
wasn't very clear. Now that you have the paddle moving, you're like, oh, okay, it's because I'm pushing that way.
yeah, exactly.
So of course, yes, I'm gonna go that way. So it makes moving around much more comfortable, much more logical.
Yeah, it feels
Um,
clearer and it feels logical when you press the buttons.
Yeah.
And when you
So-
press the buttons on the I'm doing this because I'm thinking of the controller, but it's the same on the keyboard, and it works.
Yeah,
And it feels
the
right.
moves, the move to show it doesn't feel as fun.
No,
But yeah, no, it feels right, and the more we add, the more right it feels. So I'm fairly confident that we can make an enjoyable little hiking and canoeing game. And the more we add, the more happy I am about it
exactly.
because it looks good.
It's
It's starting to look-
getting there. It's starting to look like a game.
Yeah, that's cool. That's nice. I like making things.
Mm.
It's terrible. It's terrible for my mental health.
Yeah.
should stop.
We've made a bunch of things over the years.
We've made a bunch of things. Yeah, we were going over all things before the stream, and it was
We were looking to replace our starting video, but all the stuff we made we made a couple sad songs and a rap parody that's about cooking.
yeah. We have
So-
that. So we
We'll
have
see.
two moods: way overboard crazy or very sad and depressed,
Yep.
basically. So that's not great for an intro to a stream, I think.
No,
But
so
I
we'll
still-
figure something out.
I think this the music, even if it's sad, could work.
Yeah.
It's a nice intro still.
I'll
They're
I'll
interesting.
figure
They're
something out.
sad, but that's fine.
That's fine.
We'll figure it out.
We're sad boys.
We're sad boys. That's true.
Ah,
Yeah, all right. I think that's it for today.
I think that's it for this week.
unless you have questions or want to talk about something.
Yeah,
Particular.
if you have anything
you-
to ask or see, or if you want to see something that we made, or want to see the trees again or something, or want us to explain something from what we've showed,
Don't hesitate. The chat is here
Yeah,
for
we're-
you.
we're doing this live also so that we can
Direct.
answer and interact and ask and answer stuff and yeah, have you guys understand also. Show the cats.
Show the cat. Get one cat. Get one
Get
of
one
them.
cat. I'm gonna catch Rocket.
Careful, careful, careful. You've seen him earlier. And oh, poor baby. Here it is.
He doesn't want to.
That's Rocket, and he's not happy about
No.
anything
Goodbye,
that's
Rocket.
happening right now. Hi, baby. Oh,
There's no
he
other
woke
cats
you
in,
up.
cats in the room, I believe.
no, it's
Oh no,
not
there's
time.
Mook over there,
Mook is sleeping.
but he's sleeping and he's
He's yep. Yep.
sleeping very deeply. I don't want to wake him up.
True. But yeah, you had a glimpse of a cat.
Yeah,
It works. It
very
works.
important. Always show
Very
a cat.
Always. There are enough cats here to be able to show a cat every time.
Look at this beautiful canoe. I really like it a lot. It's
Yeah.
it's so nice.
It's really, really nice. I'm really happy about it.
Mm.
Anyway, I'm proud of what we've accomplished so far. It's week
Yeah.
3.
Week 3.
Week 3.
Week 3.
3, week 3.
Exactly.
I made all the trees. So, very fair enough, honestly.
So next week, yeah, Blender trying to rebuild the world, probably, maybe,
Yeah,
and we'll see.
and we'll see. More things to add, more things in the engine.
Mm.
And probably gonna start making at least one little testing area where things are together so that we can see if they look good together. That would be interesting, I think.
Yes.
Also, I think all my rocks are too big.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh,
Well,
we'll see.
I don't think it's that bad because they can be big, so I'm probably not gonna correct that. I'm just gonna make some of them smaller and some of them bigger in the engine,
Yeah.
because that way I can really have some that look like obstacles and some that are really, really big.
Mm.
And that's interesting. I'm not gonna make dolmens, but I could. I could if I wanted to.
Want a secret Stonehenge area?
Ooh, oh.
We'll see about the areas later. We'll figure something out.
I think I have exactly everything I need to do that if you want.
Hmm.
I have a few rocks that are slightly more vertical. So we could probably work something out. If you want to make a little Stonehenge somewhere,
It might be fun
could be
to
fun.
have at least a hint of a Stonehenge
Yeah.
or a
a little
Karnak.
stone circle, like a fairy circle.
Ooh. I'm reading a Terry Pratchett book that talks about stone circles at the moment
Ooh, okay, we can do that.
and fairies.
we can.
We
add
have the
some-
fireflies already, so we can
True.
just retool that. We'll see. Anyway, there's many ideas, many ideas.
Yep.
It's what we've said many times. We're not missing in
Every
the
time.
ideas department. Ideas are the easy part.
Yeah.
It's
It's-
choosing which idea to do next that's the hard part. And then actually doing the thing is also
Personally,
the
I
hard part.
was more like making the thing, but
Mm.
finishing it.
Finishing.
It. I think the hardest part is finishing it because it requires you to stop.
I'm pretty good at finishing stuff.
Really?
Yeah.
Good on you.
I've finished a bunch of projects already.
Yeah, me too. But
And I know that I'm pretty good at fish. I know that I can finish stuff. And I know that when I know that at some point this will be done and we'll move on to the next thing. And I can look back and say, yeah, it was good. And we stopped at the right point. I know when to stop, and I know when a thing is done instead of, it doesn't need to be perfect ever, because then you never finish anything.
that's true.
So you need to decide, okay, this is the end point. And it's not like specifically a deadline, but it has to be, you have to say, okay, after this point and this amount of polish, it's going to be done, it's fine. It doesn't need more.
Yeah, it's I think that's actually a difficult part for a lot of creative people.
Mm.
Like, I know how to do it, but when it's my own thing, I just give myself a stopping point. And it's a very hard boundary that I force myself to respect, even if I don't want to, because otherwise it's just keep adding stuff. It's too tempting. You just want to make it better and better and better, and then stop.
In music, after a while, anything that you can change, no one ever hears.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter. And I know that I don't have the same stopping point than the singer of my band, Céline, in SRS. She has a pretty high threshold for that, and mine is a lot lower. So I'm mostly done with my songs a couple weeks before she is done with them.
Oof.
So it's like, hey, I'm done with this song. It's great. Listen to it. And she's like, ah. And then we still have like 15 back and forths on the mix and on the editing, and it's refining. So that's why it takes 2 years to make an EP for us. But whatever.
That's a respectable time, I think.
Yeah.
I don't know how music works.
Some people make an album every week. I don't do that. I did do that at some point.
That sounds like a tough rhythm.
I did one song a week for a year, and that was a lot.
Yeah, I remember that.
But it worked.
I was part of some of them.
Yeah.
So yeah, I remember that. There was fun in that, but also like you did end up reusing a lot of things that you had already.
Of course.
And because it's once a week for
the goal
a
was
year.
to make a song in a day, because I still had to work. So sometimes I made 2 songs in a day, and sometimes I did various things and then performed them live on camera, and then mix them summarily very easily, because it's the same instruments every time, so the mix is sort of the same every time. And then I cut the video together very quickly, because I filmed with like 2 cameras, and then cut it together very briefly and put it out immediately. And that's what I did every week for a year. And after a while, in the beginning, I took over a day to make a song, and towards the end, it was like 2-3 hours, and I had a song that I was not very happy with, but happy enough with.
Yeah, I remember the process.
It was fun.
It was fun. It was fun to come and join you on some of them. It was really, really interesting.
Yeah, it was it's very improvisational and very, like, I have a vague idea for the song and the structure, and then we'll just play it live and see how it goes. And that worked pretty well.
Yeah, usually. I really liked the things you did with that. So yeah.
Anyway, that's not part of this at all.
Anyway,
we went on a tangent.
Doing that, but in a video game way.
Yeah, so it's a little longer than a day.
Longer.
Because that takes. We are quite ambitious with our games, so.
Yeah, and also a game has more parts.
Yeah.
Than music in
than
a way.
Just a song that's 2 minutes long.
Yeah, you need a little different expertise.
Yeah.
That are vastly different from each other's. So. Yeah. Like there is no overlap between making something in Blender and coding something. Like there is no.
No, there's so many things.
There is no experience overlap between them. Not really.
There's so many things to learn to make a game, but it's fun. And I think alone I would never have been able to do it. But just the 2 of us were pulling each other.
Yeah, true.
And also, I don't want to disappoint, so it's like,
Same.
okay.
I'm like, oh no, I didn't do anything today. Oh no. Okay, I need to do something. I need to do at least one thing
Yeah.
so that I can show Seb.
So
You know?
we're pulling each other along, and that's how you get a game.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
That's how it works. Also,
It is.
It's also yeah. On my own, I wouldn't finish anything. Not like this in this. Not the full game at least.
Yeah, I think you would, but it would just take a lot longer.
Yeah.
And you would feel probably less proud of it by the end of it, because personally, I know working with someone makes me much more proud of it.
Yeah, same.
Because I'm proud of what the other has produced. And by default, then I must be proud of what I've made, because if they think it's good enough to be with the thing they made, then I should be proud of it.
Yeah.
So I like working with other people. I like making things by myself, but not that much in the end. Like small things, yes. But otherwise, I'm like, at some point, I need someone to re-stimulate my ideas, to make me
Yeah.
see something different than my own brain.
That's
I like
always
that.
important. That's why there's 2 in my band as well. I like working with very few people. That's why I like 2 people is good. 2, 3, maximum like 5, and then it's done.
It depends.
I've not very often worked on bigger things than that.
I mean, I have, and I like mid-sized teams a lot, because it's the perfect blend of, you do have people who are basically specialists
Yeah.
in their own field or in their own thing. So it's a pleasure to give them,
Yeah, because they understand that thing.
here is the game, or here is the thing, the project, and they go, I know exactly what you need.
Yeah.
And
I can
it's
do this,
true,
this,
and
that
they're
area.
right, and you're just watching them do it, and you're like, yeah,
perfect.
sure, that's more than what I expected. That's better than what I said. Please,
Yeah.
thank you. Okay. Have you slept? Do you want to sleep more? You can. It's fine. But yeah, much bigger teams, it feels much more impersonal.
Yeah, if
And
you have
it's
15 people that are just working on doors or something, that starts to get crazy big.
Yeah, and also you just suddenly you realize that you barely know half the people who work on the thing. You cannot even name them.
Yeah.
Like the bigger studio I worked in had more than 150 people. Like I knew at least half the people on my floor. And that was like 70 people on that floor. Maybe. And of course the teams I worked with directly, for sure, you know them. But then they would be like, you need to go see that person for this very specific thing. And I'm like, I have no idea who they are, what they look like, or where they're seated. Like, you need to tell me exactly where they're seated and what they look like. Give me a picture or something, or just take my hand and lead me to it.
Yeah, and that's and on those big projects, there's also a lot of outsourcing and stuff, because I know that because I worked in a music studio, in a sound studio, in a vocal recording thing. So I don't ever see any devs at my job. I've never saw anyone. I very rarely spoke with some people of the translation team, and that's it. And well, that's fun. It's fun to speak to the people who work on the game more than myself. But for the rest, I never saw any images. I've worked on games. I don't even know what they look like. I don't know how they play at all. I know the entire story, but I've never played.
Yeah.
And there's many games like that.
Yeah.
But sometimes I don't even know the name of the game, because they have always like weird temporary names and project names.
True, the working titles. The secret projects that have code names
that you don't know what it is, and then after a while you hear like a famous name from a character, like, oh, I will now know what IP this is.
Yeah, the famous code names that are very transparent.
Not always, but
some of them are once you know the devs.
I worked on the game today and I didn't know what it was until I heard some files. I'm not gonna say anything what it was, but I can't. I've signed a piece of paper and stuff.
But yeah, no, at least in game design side, it's very hard to not know what the game looks like.
Yeah, of course.
You're supposed to know it. If you don't know what it is, you're not doing your job properly. You're supposed to know. You don't have to be like the expert of it, but you're supposed to be. So you're supposed to be fairly in control of what's going on and supposed to go in the game. some, of course, depends if you have a specialty and stuff, but you do have people stuff like that. So there are some jobs where you don't exactly have to really know the ins and outs of the game to be good at what you do, but still, I think it's really, yeah, it feels more like you're actually working on a project when you know what it is and you have
Exactly.
the thing. So yeah, but yeah, I felt less happy with my work as in a big team, because I was both very proud of what I did, and some things were very nice to do. I'm not gonna, don't want to be like, oh, working in a big team is terrible. No, that's not it. It's just it felt less good than smaller projects with small teams where you actually have time to really work with the people you work with, to really get to know them also in terms of being creative together, like whether it's coding, whether it's arts, sounds, everything. Even a very specialist person who's really into that one thing, you come to them with a problem and you have to be creative together. And that's really much more interesting than I don't know, being like, oh, these people are doing the algorithm for when you bump into a character. Do you want to help them design that? And yeah, it can be interesting, but at the end of you don't really have a bond after that beyond what you made together.
Yeah, that's
and then
it.
you never know the rest of the team anyway. So because you're not going to work with everyone directly, so it just feels more impersonal. You feel part of a big thing, which is good too.
Yeah, that's the fun part for me as well. It's seeing the game come together is as a sound recorder. It's like, oh, this person, because you record every actor separately, so it basically becomes one big puzzle about the story, because you first hear all the questions, and then later you hear some of the answers, and then hear some other answers, and then sometimes you have a whole conversation, and there's weeks between the person saying one sentence and the other person saying another sentence, and the entire game slowly comes together, and it's fun to start to figure out the stories and figure out how it all gets together. That's part of the fun of very big games like this, and it takes months to record. I spent sometimes a year on a game, just recording the same game all the time.
Yeah, imagine making it.
Yeah, making it, and that's only that's the short. That's we're at the very end of the chain, basically.
Yeah, for sure.
Because the dubbing, when there's a game coming to the studio I work for, it's basically, oh, this game is coming out pretty soon then.
Yeah. Whereas when you start at the pitch of it and then have to
takes
go the whole
multiple
distance,
years.
it's a lot. Well, it can be a long process. It's also worth it, I think, to try it once.
Yeah,
But
it's fun. It's interesting.
Yeah, I find, but just it fits me better to be in a smaller team on smaller projects. Like this is very small projects, so this is also a challenge in that aspect.
Yeah, it's very different.
But I don't know, 1 year, 1 year and a half, 2 years, I think is the most. After that, I think it stops being fun.
Yeah, after a while, it gets too grindy.
Yeah, I mean, there are ways where you can have, ways to not be completely either obsessed or bored. You have 2 moods. Yeah. That's it. To continue working on that game. But it's not the easiest process, I think, for me. It doesn't. After a while, I'm just like, I need this to come out. Like at this point,
it needs to be done now.
This needs to be done. I cannot get another headache due to that. That's it. That's it. I'm done.
And for now, we're gonna be making games in 10 weeks, and maybe in a while we'll decide to make something bigger. But for now, this is good.
Yeah, there are ideas we have that would fit better.
Yeah,
would fit better if we had longer time. But I mean, yeah, we could be like, oh, this one is 5 months instead.
Yeah, we'll see. For now, it's 10
probably
weeks.
Not gonna be a year. Like
no. I know that after a while, I want it to be done.
Yeah,
and also I'm in the ideas list. I try not to censor myself, but I know in my head that this is something that we have to make. So it can't be. We're not gonna be making Skyrim or something. So that's not possible.
Totally. So yeah, we were staying realistic also within the way we shape the ideas. Like we might start with a simple idea and then shape it into something that's realistic.
No, I'm sorry, we're not making Skyrim.
We're not making Skyrim, that said. Spoiler alert.
Skyrim already exists and you don't need it.
Yeah. And there is enough mods of it if you really, if you want another Skyrim that
and if you want to play Skyrim but
mods.
better, you can always play Morrowind.
Okay, hashtag opinion. Okay, I'm not gonna weigh in on that because I've never played Morrowind, so I do not have a bone in this fight. But
Morrowind is for it's special to me. So I cannot be impartial here.
Yeah, Chad is like,
Alien S is Oblivion.
Oh, Oblivion. Yeah, I haven't played
Oblivion
it
is fun.
I've only played Skyrim, guys. I do not have opinions on this. I liked Skyrim.
Skyrim is fun.
I have never finished Skyrim even, so I'm just not.
But Skyrim
I do not
gets
have a
boring
dog in
after
this
like
fight.
Skyrim gets boring after a couple hours because everything's the same.
I like it.
It's fun, but everything's the same. Anyway, whatever.
There's a mod for canoes.
In Oblivion or in Skyrim? In Skyrim, is there a mod for canoe? There's not many rivers in Skyrim, if I remember.
Skyrim, okay.
Like Final
Okay.
Fantasy, you always remember the first one. Yeah, my first one was
That's
Final Fantasy
Probably
9.
true.
That was good. Anyway. We said like half an hour ago that we were ending.
Basically done, but then we got.
We start rambling.
tangent.
That's normal.
That's
fine.
Sure.
Anyway, I think this is it for this week. We need to eat.
Ooh, dinner. Yeah.
Never ending. Not this time. Another time maybe.
No, another time.
When the
No.
game comes out, maybe we'll do a very long stream about random stuff.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna like either tomorrow or the day after try to make another 3D stream. I think on the channel. You
Nice.
want to join? Probably gonna be late in the day, early night. Let's say it like that. Because this is my time right now, and I should.
If I have time, I might stream this weekend, but I don't think so. We'll see.
Cool.
And then maybe some world building. We'll see. I need to learn the tool first, so. We'll see. Anyway.
We'll see.
See you soon.
Okay, bye.
Goodbye, everyone. I'm stopping now.
See ya.
See you soon.
Are you tired of
Goodbye.
huge
Are you
games with too
tired?
many things in it? Tired of hearing about games that only come out once you've entirely forgotten about them?
Too long development cycles?
Too big teams? Too big games?
Well, we have a solution for that.
Hello, we are Small Dreamers.
We've been toying with the idea of making games together for a long time, and the time seems right.
The goal of Small Dreamers is to make bite-sized games, short experiments, each made within a 10 to 12 week time frame.
We plan on documenting our progress with weekly live streams, short, quick video updates, and regular devlogs. And all our games will be available for free on itch.io.
We have a ton of ideas we want to try out, and the list keeps growing.
We want to remain independent and use as many open source tools as possible.
We'll try to stay on schedule while taking care of our health. The goal is to avoid the crunch that's so prevalent in the games industry.
We wouldn't be able to do this without your direct support. So, if this sounds interesting to you, consider joining the Patreon.